Hello and welcome to a BookTube ramble. I haven't really planned out what I'm going to say, but I've just been thinking lately about whether BookTube might encourage any kind of stress or worry, which sounds really daft because you can't really get much more relaxing than people talking about books. And yet, I don't know, people seem to argue on Twitter and Goodreads, I suppose that happens a lot, but I think because I don't really follow a lot of booktubers on social media, it kind of passes me by, so I think maybe that's a good thing. I've kind of had to make a promise to myself. I've had to tell myself off, because if you're doing booktube, chances are that you love books and getting new books, and you're a person who has always enjoyed getting a lot of books. But it can get a little bit expensive, and since I've had the Kindle, I've realised that I've been doing it a lot more, and Bill and I are saving for a mortgage and I really have to cut down. I don't know if you're experiencing that kind of problem as well, but not only are you a person who probably enjoys a lot of books, but if you're on BookTube, you want to be able to talk about books that people might be interested in perhaps, or you watched a video where someone mentioned a book that just sounds amazing, so you have to get that as well, and it can just create friction with your bank balance. It's just so easy when you have Amazon, you know, you can just buy a book with a click of a button, and I am terrible for that. I do it a lot, you know. Also, I feel like perhaps some people might feel pressure to talk about books that are popular in order to get more views. Nothing wrong with that at all, but I think by saying to myself that I'm purely going to go for things that I'm interested in, it's made my channel a lot more kind of niche. I'm not going to get as many people interested, but you know, I'm okay with that, and I think that it can be possibly become a point of stress for some people. Just need to relax, maybe. I will curb my book spending habit, at least for a while. You know, a lot of people do library hauls and talk about books that they got from the library, and I think that that's a really good start. I've got a debt on my library which I have to pay back before I can go there, so I'm sure, you know, it's not going to be that much. I'll just do that and I'll start going to my library a little bit more. Also, there's lots of other things that we can talk about in BookTube. You don't have to talk about specific books. Perhaps we can just talk about the experience of reading, or books that you've read in the past, or what you notice as a reader, or trends in publishing, or whatever you want. It can be anything. So perhaps we need to get more creative and focus less on spending more, unless you're okay with doing that. But if, like me, you're going to have to tighten the bootstraps a little bit, then maybe that's the way. Okay, that's about it really. Thanks.